Hey guys, I'm Ryan Naylor and this is how to play Car Radio by 21 Pilots. Really getting into this band. This one was requested by the Joker. So the Joker, this one goes out to you. Please do not forget to subscribe if you're not part of the family. And please do consider giving me a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. It really helps me out. So the song itself is pretty straightforward. We just have basically one progression. So I'll show you that. And then I'll show you a couple of little ways to do that and a couple of variations that we hear in the song in the original piano part. And then I'll show you how you can play that little synth part that I played up at the introduction there. All right, so let's get a close-up in on the neck and go through the song. Okay, so that main progression, what we have is an F chord, then F to G, A minor, G. Okay, mostly on the beats, with the exception of the second measure, where that G chord is going to be coming on the upbeat of 3. That is the and in between beat 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, now you could do that throughout. You can use those chords. If you're a beginner, don't forget an F chord. Whilst it is a bar chord, you can use a mini bar F version. Or an F major 7 with an open E string will also work in this example. Now what I did in the intro and what I like to do to get a closer sound to the piano is getting with my fingers, and I'm going to be thumbing the bass note on the 6th string for the F chord, and I've got this grip for my F, basically 2 root notes and a third. And then when I go to the G, bass note is still on the 6th string, but the index and middle have moved to string 3 and 2. And then the A minor, the thumb moves down to the A string, the other fingers stay where they are. Look, notice the chord position, this chord is in position. Back to the G, so it's F, F, 2, 3, G, A minor, G. So that's how I played the intro at 0 seconds. At 14 seconds when I'm calling verse number 1, it's the same thing, and it's played twice. And at 30 seconds, the chord voicings altered slightly in the piano, and you can look to do that with the guitar part as well. If I do this, it's what we call an F major 7, and in all these chords, we're adding in this open E string. So it's F major 7, F major 7 to G6 to an A minor, back to G6. Now this time I'm using my thumb and I'm using all 3 fingers because I've got an extra string to pick, namely that high E string. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you do that once at 30 seconds, and then after that it's done another 3 times, but in the last measure, that G6 measure, there is a move from the open E string to a D note, which you can play at the 3rd fret of the B string like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I use the middle finger there to pick out that note on the B string. Okay, so that's how you can get a little closer to the piano part there. And then at the break at 58 seconds, there's a slight change again on these chords. What you can do is start with the F as it was before, and then F to this is a G5. There's no third in that chord, so it's technically a power chord. F, and then to this, an A5 using my first finger. It's an A power chord. Because there's this kind of melody, da, 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 in this part, so we can put them in the chords. So I'll play that a couple of times all together. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And again. Okay, verse 3, I think I'll call it verse 3 at 128. Verse 4 is the same as it was before. So you start off with the small chords and then you add in the high E string. And then at break number 2, I'm calling it at 2 minutes 12, then the synth part starts. So let's break that down. And this is of course one way you can play it, and this is how I've chosen to do it. You start with the 5th fret, the A note. So you do that 7 times, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then on the and of 4, you grab the G note, you can grab it here, or at the 8th fret. Let's grab it on the E string at the 3rd. So it's 1 then. And you're back on the A again, sliding with the first finger because you're going to go up. 1 and 2 and 3 and I go. Notice the fingering there. Now I'm going to grab the 10th fret on the B string. I'm not quite sure this is how I played it earlier in the intro, but this is how I've got it written down. That's how you do that bit. And I'm just picking everything. There are some more kind of articulations. It's a synth part. You can clearly hear that there's some kind of hammer-ons and pulls you could add into the guitar, but I'm just keeping it all picked just for ease today. So you do that 4 times from 2:12, and the chords continue underneath that. Pre-bridge at 2:42, again, there are no chords, and it's just that synth part going on. And so you play it twice on the second time. You go da, 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 3, 4. So you just 4 picks on that 7th fret. So at 2:57, the bridge part, the chords come back in, and you can just look to play. Kind of all picking all down, and notice I'm using the bar chord shapes here. Kind of sticking to the lower strings. You can use the open chords if it's easier for you, but the bar chords are also there to be used. And then basically the whole thing just carries on. There's a couple of differences and a couple of rests to be added on the end, but if you get to my website, there'll be a transcription. You can get everything as it sounds in the song. Alright guys, there you go. That's the song. Hope you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to give me that thumbs up. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye!